Right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the end of your work week. It's always a good feeling. So for this week, you have hopefully already dove into the review, right? Just like I promoted on Tuesday, make sure you're reviewing at least on some level before jumping into this test. If you haven't done anything yet, and maybe you missed Tuesday, make sure you're hearing me now. Do some review before you jump into the test. Refreshing your brain a little bit with what you've learned over the last few weeks. Don't just jump into the test and hope it goes well, right? Because that typically doesn't work out. So at the very least, do this review that I've put into this module here. Don't forget that my review video tutorial is me going through that review for you and just highlighting things, or you could just use the solutions manual. This is all the steps for every problem in that review. So it's not just an answer key where it just has the answers, it has all the steps as well. So if you haven't used this, have those two open at the same time. The test is due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And then the retest, you can see, is just kind of an arbitrary date. I didn't want to make it due Sunday as well, because I don't want you just testing and then jumping back into the retests and not really remediating any information that you missed. So make sure if you take this test, if you don't do well and you want to retest, start looking at those concepts, go back to past units or past lessons and practice that material. Give yourself at least a day or two and then go back in and you can take the retest. So no hurry. And so that's for this week. And then next week's stuff unlocked as of yesterday. So this is starting unit 5, which is all about the nth roots, radicals, and rational exponents. Nth roots is just a fancy way of saying it could be any root. It doesn't have to be the square root. It could be the cubed root. It could be the 8th root. It could be whatever. Nth roots is just like an algebraic definition, a way to say that. So then you'll be dealing with radicals and then rational exponents. So like, I don't know, 32 to the 1/3 or something like that, right? That's what that's saying. Like always, all the same information's here, the interactive textbook, the practice problems. Make sure you're at the very least doing these practice problems before you jump into the vocab concepts in the check-in. These practice problems are to prep you for these two things as well as the Unit 5 test. I'm helping some people this week and going back in their access logs and talking to them. They've never even accessed any of the practice problems. They've never done them. They've only done the vocab concepts in the check-in. So that's just kind of a bad way to set yourself up for success. Make sure you're doing these practice problems each week. It's going to help you out in the long run. Extra practice, that's mainly there for when we test, but feel free to access that and do any other problems you'd like. And then the 2 assignments due for the week, both on Sunday, the 28th at 11:59 p.m., the vocab and concepts in the check-in. As always, you got the solutions manual here for all of these practice problems and all the extra practice problems. Every problem that's in the lesson is in this solutions manual. And then my video tutorial, part 1 is just the instructional part of it. And then part 2 are all the practice problems. So feel free to access that if you'd like. All right, I'm going to let the late people in. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions you have. All right, I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Don't hear anybody. So I'm going to hang back and talk with people that want to talk. If you're good to go and you want to start working on the test and reviewing, take off. Make sure you spend the next 45 minutes or the next 40 minutes on the test and on the review, right? This is dedicated math time. So use that time wisely. Take care. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Tuesday.